Let's begin our next lesson on measures of central tendency. Today we'll work on mode, range, and median. This first page is mode and range, and just a reminder, mode is anytime you have a group, it is the one you have the most of. For example, in the word mode, where they have chosen to put 5 Ds, your mode is D. For range, in range, when you have a group of numbers, you want to find out how far apart they're spread. So it often helps to see them in order from smallest to biggest. And then how far apart are they from smallest to biggest? Well, from 3 to 7, well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And a quick way to do that is just to identify the biggest and smallest numbers, find the difference, and that's your range. But so you understand exactly what that means, it's just how far apart are all the numbers spread. So, given that, let's do 1, 2, and 3 together on this sheet. The first one is already done, but I'd like to kind of go over it so you understand. What they did is to take this group on the top row, then they put them in order from smallest to biggest. When they're in order, it's easy to see the mode because any duplicates of a number are going to be together. So you can clearly see that you have 2 23s, so that's the mode. So it's easier to see it. Also, for the range, it's easy to find the smallest and the biggest numbers because they're in order. Subtract to find the difference. That's your range, 12. You may choose to write that in the middle to put them in smallest to biggest. You don't have to. I'm going to do 2 and 3 without writing it in the middle, and then you can decide what's best for you. Obviously, if you get them wrong because you didn't write them in the middle, then you need to go ahead and do that. So when I look at number 2, I can see that, I'm looking for the mode first, 4, 4, 4. There are 3 4s, and there's 1, there are 2 3s, 1 5, 1 2, there's 4 1. So my mode is 4 because I've got 1, 2, 3 4s. I've got more 4s than anything else. To find the range, what I always do is I find the smallest number, which is 1, and the biggest number, which is 7. So then 7 minus 1 is 6, so the range is 6. There we go. And just to kind of look over at number 8, make sure when you have a 0 in it, don't discount that. That is your smallest number. So when you get to number 8, your smallest number is 0 and your biggest number is 8. Just remember that. Now on to number 3, same thing. Let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3 12s, 9, got 2 9s, 21, 2 15s. So, wow, it's the first number again. 12, 12, 12. That's my mode, because there's 3 of them. For the range, my biggest number is 21. My smallest number was 9. So 21 minus 9 is 12. Get that in my head. There you go. So you just do the rest. Like I said, it's up to you whether or not you want to write them in order here. When I want you to do something, I will tell you have to do it. And when it doesn't matter, I will tell you. And this doesn't matter. It's your personal choice. Now let's look at the next page. Median. And you've done this before. As a reminder, look at this right here. The median is use that strip of cement between the lanes and the road. They call that the median because it's the middle. The median is the middle, so that's why they call that the median. So when you think of the median, think of the middle. It's whatever number is in the middle. Here's another example. Notice how on this right here, the letters are smallest to biggest. In case you didn't notice, in this group of numbers and this group of numbers, when you find the median, you've got to put the numbers in order from smallest to biggest. You can't just have a random group of numbers and then pick the one in the middle. You've got to first sequence them smallest to biggest to find the median. So remember that, median is middle, but you have to put them in order. So let's put these away, and we'll look over here. Now on this page, you do need to put them in order. So to find the median of this group of numbers, first they put them in order from smallest to biggest. Now last time, you had an obvious middle number. Sometimes you'll have an even group of numbers. And when you have an even group, there's no exact middle. So what you do is, you take these two numbers, you add them together, you divide by 2, and that will tell you what the number is. And honestly, just so you know, 10 is smack dab in the middle of 8 and 12. 8, 12, right? So if I put numbers in between, 9, 10, 11, you see, it gives me the exact middle number. So that is the method for finding the number that is in the exact middle. So back up to number 2. First thing that we'll do is to write them in order. So we've got 2, 7, 11, and 14. 2, 7, 11, and 14. Once again, I have 2 middle numbers, so I'll add them together. 7 plus 11, divide that by 2. 7 plus 11 is 18. 18 divided by 2 is 9. So my median is 9. Now, if I go back, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 9 is smack dab in the middle of 7 and 11. Let's do 2 more. Number 3, smallest to biggest, 7, 8, 15, 18, 26. Wow, odd spacing there. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's an odd group of numbers, so this is easy. Got 2 here, smack dab in the middle. This is an easy one. I just write 15. No extra step. And then number 4, just in case you weren't sure, I want to make sure you know how to do it. This is super easy, but sometimes when you stick something easy in, people expect hard, and then it confuses them. So let me just make sure in case you have any doubts. 26 and 38, put them in order. There is no absolute middle number, so I'm going to add them together. 26 plus 38, divide that by 2. Let's see, that would be 64. 64 divided by 2 would be 32. And as before, if I did a number line from 26 to 38, the number that would come exactly in the middle of those two numbers would be 32. Go ahead and finish this. And don't forget to finish this page.